Hey guys, welcome to the channel again. In this video, I want to talk about and to share with you guys the old SharkBite and the new SharkBite and what the differences are. And this video is for anyone that is not sure about plumbing and scared of plumbing. SharkBite is an alternative way anybody that is not good in plumbing and anybody who hates solderings to use these tools that we have to fix a leak in their home. So let's talk about the differences and then I'll show you why some people complained about this and what I did to make sure that I didn't have any leaks when I used these SharkBites. Okay, so let's start with this old one. The old one had like an insert here on both sides, and the reason I have the insert is when you're using a PEX like this, you had to push that plastic, the insert here inside this plastic for better seal when you're doing the plumbing. But when you use the copper like this, you didn't have to do that. You could just push it. You had to remove that plastic and use this. So now the difference with the new SharkBite MAX. This is the name right here if you're unsure what I'm talking about. They don't have that insert anymore. And for me, I think that's a win. And I'm so happy that they removed the plastic out because every single time I install these specs, I really have issues. Try to line it up in here and put that plastic inside of these specs in here. It was a pain. But now that we don't have this, installing this is going to be a breeze and easy, okay? So, but here's my trick, what I did so I didn't have any leaks. And I know people be complaining that those things leak all the time. So every time I cut this, I made sure that I used a good cutter. One of the cutters that I used was this. This really cuts, this copper cutter can cut these specs straight and smooth. And then, or you can get a nice PEX cutter that cuts this straight and smooth. And once you cut it, it's imperative, it's so important to put it in this this thing here. It's called a rim tool or whatever. And it's also like a measure to put a line here to measure how far you're gonna be pushing these specs into this SharkBite. So when you buy this tool, it's got these little things here. It's on both sides. So to clean up this pipe, once you cut it, to clean up the edges here, you put it in the right. You can't put it on this big one. Find the right size of your copper or PEX you're using. This is 1/2 inch, so I'm gonna put on a 1/2 inch here. Then put in here and then just rotate it around and it will clean. And you can see it's removing those plastic stuff. It's removing anything that was still left on the edges right here. This is so important. This is what causes leaks when you install SharkBite, okay? So once you do that, it's clean like that. It's also very important to put it in here. And then you might use a marker like this. Make a line. I'm gonna do it anyway because I already have one. Make a line here like that. So then you have that line right there. So that helps. So when you insert, let's do the SharkBite MAX. I show you the difference. You put it in here, you push it to that line. Once you put all the way to that line, you know that you did install it correctly. So you push it and it's in that line right there. Now it's stuck. It's not gonna come out. And that's a good install right there. That's not gonna leak. That's how I've been installing my SharkBites on this material right here, and I've never had any leaks. Okay, and then on the copper side, if you want to use copper, it's the same idea. If you cut copper, it's good to maybe even use this brush right here to clean them. And then when you cut copper, there's always like stuff that's left on the edges right here. This tool can clean both copper and plastic. So you put it in here, and it just basically rotate it around, and you can see it's cleaning up this because I'm pushing it so harder. And then when you look here, this edges is much clean, okay? And so once it's clean like that, you take your SharkBite like this, and there's a line. I already made a line right there using this tool right here. I'll show you. Put it right here. That's your measurement right there. Okay? So then you put it in here, and all you do is just push it. And that's it. And so the difference I'm seeing here is like this actually grabs, feels like it grabs this thing way much harder compared to this one. And I'm gonna remove this and then put it in here so you guys can see the difference. So it holds on to this much stronger compared to the old one. And that's just a simple. So you don't have, if you're scared of soldering and stuff like that, this is an alternative. You could do this as a homeowner and fix a simple plumbing and save some money. Okay, so let me remove this now, and then we can put it back into this old one and see the difference. Okay, to remove this, use this tool right here. It looks like this. It's also made by SharkBite, 1/2 inch. So you put it in the bigger side right here, goes in the middle here, and then the small side goes right there. And then once you put it there, you just push it down, and all you do is just remove this pipe. It's that easy. alternative for homeowner, okay? And then on this side, same idea, put in here and then remove. There you go. And I remove. All right, so let's put this in this and show the difference, and I'll tell you what I think about both, okay? So this is already cleaned. It already has a line right there to guide me. And all you do, before on the old one, had to put the plastic insert, had to go in here. I hated that. It was just a problem all the time. So glad we have this new one. So then you put it in here with the plastic insert. If you're using the old one, then you just push it to that line. There you go. And it's in that line, and that's installed correctly. And then to do this side, you're gonna do this and then slide it in here to that line like that. And it's installed. Okay. The difference with this, you feel like it's holding, but it's holding this copper better. I feel like it. But this one feels a little wiggly still. And I think that's why we had a lot of leaking issues with this, because this it still feels a little loose. But it really does hold this copper better. Just as good as this one here. Okay. So that's the difference I'm seeing. So let me remove it and then I'll give you my verdict, what I think about both. So then the same idea to remove, you just put it in here and this remove is really simple. Put it in here, put this thing and then just hold it tight, remove it. Okay, that's easy. So here we go. So there's a huge difference between this. This is made out of aluminum maybe. This is brass. So this is a different. Max is gonna be this shiny right here, and this just looks plain like this. And you can tell this one is a little bigger, Max. This one here, right? Much bigger, just slightly bigger. Okay. I also like this one because there's nothing. There's no insert anymore. This one they had insert on both sides. Didn't like that at all. So my verdict is never again. I'm never gonna use this again. I'm always going to use this. Okay. Some people swear by soldering. Soldering this when you're doing copper to just solder it. I also believe in that. But sometimes you just need a quick solution, and this is a really good quick solution for your plumbing or a leaking pipe under your sink or whatever it is. This will fix the thing quickly. Okay, so if you go to Lowe's, they have this. I think they have them at Home Depot too. You can even just go to SharkBite themselves and buy it from them. I always have some just in case, because you never know as a homeowner. I always have to be ready. I do have a 1/2 inch, because most of your plumbing in your house is going to be 1/2 inch and 3/4. So I have 1/2 inch and 3/4. Some homes have a 1/4 inch. Some homes have 5/8. My house has most of the plumbing is 1/2 inch, and then there's like bigger pipes that are 3/4. So I have 1/2 inch and 3/4. Some of this in my tool bag, just in case something best. All right, so just wanted to share with you guys that. Please check my other videos, check my other plumbing videos, tips and tricks on how to do these things and save some money. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.